Hi and welcome, and thank you for using ShieldUp and making internet better, safer and faster place. I will try my best to give you as much as possible information in shortest amount of time about this tool and what it's all about and how you can use it into your advantage to identify what's going on with your website traffic, who is accessing your website, how and when, and potentially block certain attackers or bad bots or scrapers or whatever you wish to do with that information. So you can ask, but why we can use Google Analytics or other statistical tools like Webalizer? Because Google Analytics or similar tools will only cover the real users, and there are many more requests towards your website that these analytical tools will not cover. And the tools like HWStats will cover some access and IPs and spiders and scrapers who were accessing your website, but these scrapers can be faked, and also you don't know which IPs were accessing what, and you don't have this organized in the way that can help you identify what was really going on. Same thing as a Webalizer, you will get certain amount of information there, but not that well organized. And also with the access log, raw access log, we have here thousands of logs, and good luck with making sense out of all of this. So basically this tool will help you gather, store, analyze, organize and display the information of access and requests towards your website in the way that you can understand it and make sense of it. And now let's continue on to the main components of this tool and the key features about these tools. So on the left we have like ShieldUp menu with the dashboard settings, how-tos, which will include videos like this one, and a link to the pro version. And just a little side note about the pro version, you don't really need a pro version, and I will make another video about that. Do you need to upgrade or not, and how to upgrade? But the free version is really good and it will get the job done. And don't get me wrong, the pro version is really great and it will speed up your IP management process, especially in conjunction with the Cloudflare. And I just want to say that for years I didn't even have this free version. It was just my scripts protecting my website through the database and to the Linux, and it was nowhere near this fine and organized. So yeah, I think you will be satisfied with the free version and only with that. Also, if you want to try the pro version, you have 7-day free trial, no obligation, no credit card needed, so you can just try it out. That aside, let's continue. So the dashboard, this is the main location where you will spend your time trying to identify what's going on with your website traffic, and it is divided into two sections. Like top section is basically the tables, like 4 main tables with the IPs that were accessing your website in the selected period of time that you pre-selected. And the bottom section is basically graphical representation of total amount of requests towards your website by each individual day in the time frame that you pre-selected here. Total amount of requests are basically sum of successful requests, which are HTTP code 200, and the 404 requests which are not found. And I can go much deeper into why I've used 404 code, but you essentially need to know that on the WordPress 404 is used to identify when someone is searching for something on your website and they are not finding it. For example, someone is searching some PHP scripts to exploit them from some themes or from some plugins or even core WordPress files. Then if they found it, they will try to brute force it and try to exploit them, and I will show you how that works. This is why I've chosen to use 404, so you can easily identify when someone is trying to attack or hack your website, and I will show you that later. So let me explain a little bit more about the main tables. On the top left corner we have like option to choose custom time or date range. We have here some pre-selected time ranges, and also you can choose your custom range by selecting here. But note that only for today you can choose hours and minutes, and for all other days you can't. And on the top right corner you can see you have current server time, which is basically your server time, because your local time where you reside is maybe different than your server time, and this will help you cross-reference on what's going on in the detailed log, which I will show you later. We have here version that you were running, and here you will find the main table, which is basically divided into 4 tables, in each of that table in its individual tab, and 5th tab is like help information. So main table, it's basically filled with IPs that were accessing your website in selected period of time. We here pre-selected like last 30 days. You can see all of these IPs here. They are sorted by total requests, and you can then pre-select that you want like 25 rows in the page or whatever, or 100 rows, and then you can navigate through these pages right here. And also you can sort this table by each individual column here, for example with 404 requests. And you can search the table. For example, you want to find Google, you will have here all the Google IPs. The second table or the second tab is 24 range of IPs. So what this really is, this table will basically show the combined IPs which belong to certain range. For example, 24th range is range of 256 IPs. So if we were to block this range, we will block all 256 IPs. But you can see that this tool only reported 98 IPs which are coming from Bing. This tab will only show you how much IPs were reported in certain pre-selected period of time from this range of IPs. So why is this helpful? Well, because you can imagine, for example, that this is not a Bing, that this is some attacker which are accessing our website. So you have now like 98 IPs from this range. If you were to ban all these 98 IPs, you need to do it 98 times. But also we can copy this IP and paste it in our firewall of choice. That way we'll ban all these 98 IPs in one go. This is why we have this range, which is much bigger than 24th range. It is 16th range. I will not suggest you to use this range, only to use it in emergency if you are attacked, because the 16th range will block like 65,000 of IPs. So you need to be cautious with that. And I will explain that in the next video. So these are just the basic information of each IP and how much they were accessing your website in the particular selected time frame. If you want to go much detail into what was going on with these requests, then you can click this IP and you will go into much more detail of what these IPs were doing and what codes were they getting. And if you want to know a little bit more about this IP, what the Bing was doing, then you click that 24th range and you get all these IP that belong to this range, and you will get the information, detailed information for each and individual access from this IP, what they were accessing, when, what code they were getting, and what user agent they were using. So now I will show you how you can then easily pre-select like 7 days. You can see that now graph changed and you can see last 7 days. This particular IP accessed our website 76 times and get 404 code, not found code for all of these 76 times. So we can investigate a little bit further into detailed log for each and individual access of that IP in the last 7 days, sorted by the timestamp, which is the latest first. And from this we can see that they were trying to find certain scripts to exploit from certain themes or plugins. I will expand this further so you can see that they're trying to find plugins or themes that they know that have some possibilities of exploitment. That way they will brute force into your website, gain access of your website and hack your website. So you can see, for example, that they are trying to find this file on various locations in the website. So this particular IP is trying to hack our website, and you can then use these tools to find about them further. So for example, you can click this and you can then check from where this IP is coming, which organization or company is that, and that way you can also find out if this is the fake Google, for example. If we click here, we can see that this is really Google, because Google bot company name is Google, but sometimes they can fake, and you can check it by here, so you can see if this is really Google or not. So if you want to block, for example, this IP, you just copy that IP and paste it into your firewall of choice, and I will explain a little bit about that. What should you use? We recommend Cloudflare because it is offsite and it has many great features like CDN, DDoS protection and whatnot, but I will not go much into details in this video. We will cover in the next ones. So this is basically it about the dashboard and its main components, and now I will show you the settings. And in the settings we have two major or main settings which will control the display option and which will control the database option. So this will control how many items you want to display here, and this will control how many items or rows or data you want to store into your database, and for how many days you wish to log or keep certain data. But I will cover these settings in the next video, and also I will get into much more details in the next videos, and will cover all sorts of tips and tricks and ways to identify attackers. But for now I think I cover all the basics and give you enough information to start using this tool. So till next time, take care and bye.